Hi everybody, this is Heather with Ohio Bento, and I'm back again with a video. I know it's been a long time since I posted, but I've got a very good reason for that and for why this video is late. I had my baby. So baby Ohio Bento was born on May 5th. She weighed 6 pounds, 14.9 ounces, and she's absolutely perfect. So since then I have been extremely busy. Having a newborn in the house means you are on 24-hour-a-day duty. And it's been just an amazing adventure. But for today's video, I'm gonna go through a little bit late, but I'm gonna show you how my setup worked out for May, and then what I did for June, and the things that I changed and things that I kept the same. In May, I had my monthly dashboard, which I went over with you guys last time. A couple of the things that I added after the baby was born are these little dots. I started to record when she got a bath and when she had a stool. She had some stomach issues when she was born, so that was something very important for us to keep track of. I ended up not using my monthly goals very much, or even my every week chores, because things were just a little too hectic. So some of this stuff I changed for next month. For my weight chart, I did a really bad job at estimating how my weight was going to change after the baby was born. I ended up passing my pre-pregnancy weight less than a week after giving birth. I lost a lot of weight very quickly, and it ended up that I had to rescale my graph 3 times. So you'll see later on I actually made a new graph and recorded it in both places. The wellness tracker worked fantastic, as it has for the last couple of months. I messed up with the labeling up here, but that's okay. This I'm keeping the same for next month. I love the habit tracker, definitely keeping this for next month, but a few things I'm going to change. A lot of the social media stuff down here, I'm actually putting into a separate spread. I don't post videos very often, or even blog posts very often, and I don't want to consider that a habit. I don't want to look at that and go, oh, that's empty. Oh, that's empty. And think that I'm failing at something, because I'm not. I don't need to post every day, and I don't aim to post every day. So this is something that's going to definitely change. And some things that I'm adding in here are baby related items, like giving her vitamins, changing the diaper genie, things like that. For the brain dump, I'm trying to use it more because I end up putting way too many tasks in my dailies and continually migrating them as I change pages. So I'm trying to use the brain dump more and make better use of it. The next 2 pages are my smile log or gratitude log, and there's a lot of private stuff in there, so I'm not going to show it. This is the Plan With Me challenge page, hosted by Bohoberry, Tiny Ray of Sunshine, and Pretty Pence and Paper. I didn't post a whole lot this month because I was very busy, but I'm definitely doing it again next month. So for the rest of May, I have some daily spreads. You can see Wednesday, May 4th, I didn't finish this daily spread because I started going into early labor, and Thursday morning we went to the hospital. But, funny thing, on Wednesday, I had a 9:30 doctor's appointment, and in that doctor's appointment, we went over some options, and because I was late, we went ahead and made an appointment to be induced on Mother's Day, May 8th. Well, come to find out, she went ahead and decided that it was time for her to come on Thursday. None of this ended up happening. I didn't have to get induced, which was fantastic because I really wanted to have a natural labor and delivery, and I was able to do that. I was able to deliver without any intervention, no epidurals or pain medications or anything like that, so it actually turned out really well. After the baby was born, I didn't bullet journal for quite some time, but then I started back really slow. A lot of these tasks got done by either my husband or my mom, some by me. After the baby was born, there were quite a few things that I needed to start keeping track of, and I found that the sleep deprivation was making me not even know if it was nighttime or daytime, and did I take my vitamins, did I not take my vitamins, when was the last time that I took the Motrin, things like that. So I started to track all of those things, and then when I started pumping, I started tracking that as well. When I started the pumping schedule and the Motrin and vitamins, it was with boxes that I would hash in and fill in with the pen, and I really didn't like that. Every time I tried doing the hash boxes, they just look, they don't look clean enough for me. So I went back to doing just the basic dots, and I absolutely adore doing dots. I started a tracker here where I kept track over the course of a couple of weeks how much I was pumping from the left and the right by color, both tracking the entire daily's total for that side and also the average amount per session. And then if I would pump from both sides, I would have a daily total where I'd add them together. Keep going through May, I have more dailies, still tracking my pumping and my medicine. And here she's 2 weeks old. Time went by so fast. Again, some more dailies. Here's the extra baby weight chart. So this is how my weight has changed over the course of being pregnant to delivery and then afterwards. And I've settled down and I've stopped losing weight now. I started this page. My husband and I play a game with some friends of ours, and there's some figurines that go along with it, and we started to collect them. So these are all of the figurines for the Monster Menagerie series. Yes, we are Dungeons and Dragons dorks, but that's okay. It's fun. We have about 15 to 20 of these figurines, but I haven't yet come in and recorded which ones we have. This is the first one that I recorded. So as we get them, I'm going to color in the edges. Then we have some more dailies, and then a big mistake. So I wanted to start tracking my sleep because it allowed me to do two things. One, track my sleep because I was not getting near enough. And two, it was an easy way for me to see when she was waking up in the middle of the night to eat. I decided to go ahead and do a 24-hour timeline here, and I didn't think ahead, and I completely interfered with my wellness tracker, and yeah, just didn't work. So I went ahead and just ignored this mistake. I blamed sleep deprivation, and I did that day on this page. So for the sleep tracker, I did 12 hours on the top, 12 hours on the bottom for AM and PM. For the first day, I was tracking two things and it didn't work out well. The blue, if you can even tell the difference in the color, I can barely tell the difference in the color in person. The blue was my sleep, the green was when she would wake up to eat. And I found that it was redundant because in the middle of the night, if I wasn't sleeping, the reason I wasn't sleeping was because she was eating. So by Thursday, I went ahead and just started doing my sleep patterns, and everywhere there's a break was when she was up and either eating or fussy or needed to be diaper changed or something like that. One of the things I would like to get accomplished before I go back to work is to reorganize my kitchen. While she's taking her naps, I'll usually have about 5 minutes or so, and I can go in and I can work on one shelf at a time. So this is what's helping me make some progress and feel like I'm accomplishing things. I have each of the shelves in the hall pantry and in the kitchen that I want to reorganize and what I want to put on each shelf. And as I go through, like these three, and I organize that shelf, go through all of the old stuff, throw away things that are expired, or things that I don't use anymore, I go ahead and mark it off that it's organized and completed. Continuing on, have more dailies, still tracking my sleep. So setting up for June. One of the things that I changed as far as the aesthetics go for June is because I used this really bright washi, I didn't use any color in my headers. So for the dashboard, I end up adding a lot of color with my trackers and wellness charts and things like that. And I found that I thought this just looked a little bit messy. So I'm going much simpler for June. One, because time, I don't have the time to deal with it. And two, I think it looks a little bit cleaner. I'll show you more of the headers here in a moment. The monthly spread is really similar as far as doing the all day, the appointments, like Boho Berry's monthly spreads. And then I still have my weekly tasks, but then instead of doing a monthly goals and then my chores here, I went ahead and put in a sleep tracker. As the day is finished, I add up all the little teeny tiny bits of sleep that I was able to get, and I put it here. I have the same as last month, my weight chart, my wellness tracker. As you can see, I just did very plain. I didn't even take the time to make these centered. I only have This is my habit tracker. I've gotten rid of all of the social media stuff and added them to their own pages, which I'll show you in a second. And I've also pared it down to the things that are A, most important, and B, things that I forget to do. Again, here's the brain dump. I'm going to try my best to utilize it and use it to its fullest potential this month and not have so many things in my dailies, but so far I am failing at that, which you'll see. So this is my social media page, and what I've done is I've taken these things that I was doing in my daily habit tracker, like posting on Instagram, blog posting, YouTube, Pinterest, Tumblr, looking at my stats, replying to comments, things like that. And I wanted to get it out of my habit tracker because it's not a habit, it's not. And I also wanted space where I could write down ideas. So as I have an idea for either the blog or an Instagram photo or YouTube, I go ahead and write it here, color code it, and then mark it off when I've done it. Then I can come over here and go, oh, okay, I made a blog post here, but which one was that? Oh, that's right. It was the Pilot Friction highlighters. Again, the next 2 pages are my gratitude log. Again, the personal things already written in there, so I'm just going to skip over that. And then the Plan With Me challenge prompts. I've not yet gone through and put down ideas and things that I want to post according to the prompts yet. After I did the review of the highlighters, I decided I liked them a lot. And instead of doing the hash lines, which always just look so messy to me, I decided to highlight my sleep and my sleep trackers. And so far it's working out really well. I like the color. I like that it looks a little bit cleaner. What I don't like is every now and then, if you can see right here, it will smear a little bit of the ink, but it's very inconsistent because it doesn't happen all the time, and it doesn't happen with every number. And it also seems to be time independent. I wrote these numbers in pen with the Pilot High-Tech C mica the day before I highlighted them. So it had almost 24 hours to dry. So I'm not sure why, you know, it's smeared right here, but not here and here or here. So still trying to figure that out. And now we come to today, which is Saturday, and this is where I'm feeling with my brain dump because I am putting way too many tasks in my daily, even though I'm gonna have a 2-page spread, which will give me 3 to 4 more days to go ahead and finish these. I'd like to try to keep things in my brain dump. So that's the end of what I have so far from me in June. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found something that you'd like to incorporate into your bullet journals. Thank you so much for planning with me and coming on this journey. And happy journaling, happy crafting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.